And welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. I'm your host, Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. But thanks for rocking with us after the Dodgers get the split. They take Game 2 of the NLDS by a final score of 9-2. The Dodgers got it done. A big bounce-back game from the Dodgers bats. Julio Urias got it going early on. Mookie Betts, the big hit by Cody Bellinger that was just so massive for the Dodgers there in that later in the game in the fourth inning, and it was just nice to see the Dodgers really get it done. In the sixth inning, of course, Cody Bellinger got the big double to deep left center, and Trey Turner scoring. Trey Turner and Will Smith. Sorry, guys, there you go. There's the comments on that play. But the Dodgers get the big win. We have so much to get into, so much to break down. But the Dodgers, they get the big split, and they head home to the Chavez Ravine Dodger Stadium for games 3 and 4. And hopefully that was the last game at Oracle Park all season long. I said Dodgers in 4 to start this series. I felt really good about it, and I still feel the same. I feel even better about it right now. But we have so much to get into, guys. But you know how we get down here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Let's get a little roll call. Let me know where you're rocking with us tonight. Give you those city zip codes, area codes. Who is your player of the game? That is a very difficult one today because it was a big team win. You saw the return of that Dodgers offense. 11 hits for this LA offense, 9 runs on 11 hits. You saw great defense. Trey Turner there with the diving stop, with the flip. How about Mookie Betts' throw to get Flores? I mean, it was a team effort, and Julio Urias, he was that man once again for the Dodgers. Got squeezed a little early on, a couple calls that didn't go his way. But how about his big RBI? Can you believe the Giants? They had the audacity to intentionally walk A.J. Pollock to get to Julio Urias, Babe Urias, and he gets that base knock and gives the Dodgers that run there. It was so massive early on that game. And I think that was really one of the big points early on with the Dodgers getting out in front early on. They're a great front-running team. You know they like to get ahead and just take it from there. And you saw getting that early lead was just so massive for LA there to come out in the second inning, get 2 runs on 3 hits, and the Betts single also tacked on another run after that, scoring Pollock and on that play. So, yeah, we have a lot to get into. Give me your takeaways. Any spicy fire lava takes, I want those. But first, who is your player of the game? The Dodgers are back in business, getting that split. It's exactly what they needed to do up in San Francisco. And by the way, that place got quiet very quickly. The Oracle turned into the Snorkel because that Giants team, those Giants fans, who I thought actually was a pretty weak show. I mean, honestly, I wasn't really impressed with their crowd, but it was nice to see a lot of Dodger fans. I heard "Let's Go Dodgers" chants at Oracle Park, and wait till you see it's going to be rocking at the Ravine. They're going to make that crowd look like a library in games 3 and 4. I cannot wait to see that Dodger Stadium crowd. It is going to be rocking, and I promise you this, you will not be hearing "Let's Go Giants" chants at the Ravine. But here we go. Buster Posey might even be the player of the game. Okay, interesting. I don't see why, but a Dodger fan in the Bay Area. We got the Snorkel from Deborah Young. Los Angeles, yeah, exactly. AJ was a stud. Julio, Mookie, Will Power Smith. Yeah, everyone was eating tonight. I think that was one of the big takeaways. If you look at it from top to bottom, it seems like everyone got in the action. You had 9 Dodgers that got hits today. Yesterday, just 3 Dodgers got hits. Only Dodgers to not get a hit tonight was Justin Turner. He goes 0 for 5 with a punch out. And then Gavin Lux, he pinch hit for Julio Urias there. He didn't get a base knock, but it was nice to see Matt Beatty come off the bench in a pinch hitting role. He gets that base hit there. I think that was big. That would be great for his confidence. He was 0 for 6 in the postseason heading into that at bat. So that was massive to see him go out there, single to left, get that the base hit. I thought that was huge. And also Corey Seager, he gets a single to make it 9-2 as a laugher at that point. We're gonna run down the entire game, but I thought some of the big takeaways were you saw better plate discipline. You saw them not expanding that strike zone as much. Even on some of those borderline pitches with Chris Taylor, he was laying off of him. He got a big key walk. He got that big double, and I thought that was just huge. I mean, tonight they threw 140 pitches, did the San Francisco Giants, compared to last night where they threw just 103. So they were making them work. Kevin Gausman scoring those 2 runs on him early was big because he would go on to retire 10 straight Dodgers at one point. And another thing, too, is the Dodgers were finding a way to hit that slider, to hit that splitty. They were making contact, and And it was just a great night for this Dodgers offense to just bounce back after last night where 11 strikeouts, they weren't even able to get a free pass. 11 strikeouts with no walks. Tonight it was a different story for this Dodgers offense. They end up striking out 9 times, but 4 walks. And a lot of those walks, they extended the innings. And we're going to get into that. But let's get into your takes, guys. Who is your player of the game? This one's pretty tough. For me, based on where we were at the game, I'm going to go with Cody Bellinger, especially when you consider the season that he had. And it was his first multi-RBI game since August 22nd. And to see him just come in there after the night he had last night. Last night he had an opportunity there in the top of the 7th to bring home a run, and he was swinging at pitches outside of the zone he was chasing. And tonight, it was just first pitch, being aggressive, attacking that fastball. He hits it off the wall in left center, and then A.J. Pollock, right after that, he attacks the first pitch slider, so that was very encouraging to see. So I love what I saw out of this Dodgers offense, and this is the team we saw in the last 5 games of the season that was averaging 9 runs per game. They came alive, and it was a giant victory up in San Francisco. But if we got Castro, I believe Julio Urias was the player of the game. He pitched well, and he had an RBI. Castro, I'm actually right with you. Julio Urias, I predicted it was going to be Trey Turner. He ends up going 1 for 5, and he hit 1 for 5 with a strikeout. Looked a lot better tonight, and then defensively, he made some big plays, and then also he got things started off in that big 6th inning that we're going to get into in a minute. But I actually think that you might have the right answer. I kind of hear you right there on Julio Urias because it was tight early on. He was going out there, and he was executing pitches. And it was nice to see Julio Urias go out there and keep and prevent those runs. And he ends up on the night. Julio goes 5 innings. And, I thought he was sensational. And also, I mean, the base hit was just so big. I mean, this guy loves to hit. He's not afraid to go up there and swing the stick. And you saw what he was able to do. And I thought that was really phenomenal to watch him go out there and do that. So I have no issue with you saying Julio Urias is the player of the game. I think that you can make a valid case for him, especially when you consider early on. You look at the box score at the end of the game, you see a score of 9-2. Well, that game was tight up until that 6th inning when Cody Bellinger was able to get that 2-run double. The Dodgers, they just took off from then. And but yeah, I agree. Julio Urias, he ends up going 5 innings. He gets the win. I mean, that's all they do. He's a 20-game winner this year, and that's what he does. He gets those dubs. And the Urias has Urias in his veins. He's built for this. Some players are not built for this big stage. They don't have that pulse. They don't have that heartbeat, that poise that you need to see results and have success in the postseason. Julio Urias, he is that man. He goes 5 innings, gives a 1 earned run on 3 hits, had 5 punch-outs and 1 walk. And that one walk was really, that should have been a strike. I mean, that should definitely have been a strike there. We'll check that out. If you look at we'll head to the bottom. Well, actually, let's get into some more takes, and we'll start to break down this game. But, guys, how are you feeling right now about the series? I had Dodgers in 4. Do you guys think it's going to be Dodgers in 4? Do you think that they'll go back to the snorkel, as I like to call it, because those Giants fans were sitting on their hands for most of the night? And that's what happens when you play against an offense that shows what they can do. When they play their game, when they don't chase pitches out of the zone like we saw so many times last night. You saw those sliders away, the changeup away. The Dodgers were making Gosman work and Leon too, and they were just doing what they do best, and that's find pitches that they can attack. And it was big time tonight to see this team do what they did, because now they come home and look, if you're going to go up there and get the split, you might as well get the split in the second game, game 2, because now you're riding that momentum. And I told you last night, I said there's going to be a lot of pressure on this Giants team because, and everyone says, oh, they're playing with house money. No one expected them to win this and that. No way. You heard Brandon Bell before the game. He was talking, he's saying, oh, I expect to be back for the NLCS or the World Series. It's like, hey, homie, I don't think you're going to be in the NLCS. You're going to be in Cabo San Lucas at that point, because the Dodgers, I think they're going to win this series. So this team fully expected to beat this Dodger team. I think they still do. And when you win 107 games, you have the right to have that confidence. And I think that there was pressure on the Giants, knowing that had they lost tonight, which they did, they are not promised to go back up to San Francisco. The Dodgers, you got Max Scherzer going, and you know Max Scherzer isn't going to have a 4th straight subpar start. I'm telling you, Mad Max, He is going to put in the work. He's going to find out what's been going on with his arm slot mechanically. He's going to find a way to go deeper into that game, and I could see him dominating this San Francisco Giants lineup, who he only actually pitched a third of an inning against them earlier in the year. He actually left that game after recording just one out when he was on the Nationals. He faced the Giants. He had a groin injury, but I have faith in Mad Max, and I think that this Dodger team can exhale a little bit, knowing they went up there and they did what they were supposed to do. Because, look, you can't just say, oh, we're going to go to San Francisco on the road, a team that had their rotation lined up the way they wanted to. They had the rest. They had the home field advantage. And you can't just go out there and say, oh, we're going to come off this wild card game and then just magically expect to take two. No, they went up there. They knew they had to get the split. They took care of business, and you love to see it. But LFG from Will Highest, we got the Warriors fans. We got the Giants fans in here still trolling. Hey, man, you're great for the numbers. Look, this is our show. I'm the man of the fan. This is my people, all my Dodger fans in the comments. This is their show. I'm just hosting it, and it's good for them. It's good for us. It's good for our numbers, for our ratings. So, hey, just pull up a chair, get comfy in there, and I would say talk smack at your own risk, because these guys are some of the wittiest fans I've ever met in my life. Here we go. We gonna light up Wood from Matt. Yeah, I mean, are you really Alex Wood? I've had guys have had success against Alex Wood early in the season. And yeah, I mean, and if we get to DeSclafani, oh my goodness, he's actually been pitching better of late. Yeah, I feel really good about this team moving forward. But let's focus on this game. We'll focus on this game, and then we'll look ahead for sure to Game 3. You got Sunday off. What are you guys gonna do? Probably watch football, I'm assuming, in the playoffs, because there's so much going on. But here we go, troll this. Yeah, there you go. William blocks in. Orion Montez. If we win Monday, I can definitely see us winning the series in 4, which is my prediction. Scherzer, even a bit shaky, capitalizes that prediction. We got Dodgers in 4. Walker Buehler going for 4. Hit that like button. I appreciate you, Mitcho Medium. Yeah, all you guys out there, you guys are the best fans of the game. Hit that like button. Share the show on Facebook. Share the show on Twitter, because like I said, this is your show, and you guys are my co-hosts. Giants fans are forever. Charles, ha ha ha. Home streak for the Dodgers. Yeah, you got that. The Dodgers, they won 16 straight at home. So good luck going into the ravine. I'm telling you, this crowd was the snorkel. I mean, I was not impressed. They're all bundled up in their cute little jackets. Dodger fans, they're a different beast. They're going to be out there. They're going to be wasted on the Micheladas, on the Modelos, and they're going to be lighting that place on fire with the towels. You're going to feel that place shaking, because we remember what happened early on in the year. We remember that they ended that division streak. We remember when they came in there and they won the series against the Dodgers, and they took 3 of 4. We remember those 2 straight blown saves by Kenley Jansen, and this is a redemption series by the Dodgers. I'm calling it the 2021 Dodgers Revenge Tour. You cross off, it's Arya Stark. You cross off the Cardinals in the wild card game. That we avenge that, and then you got the Giants. You avenge that in this round, and I do think we see the Astros in the World Series. I think that the theme of this postseason is Dodger blue taking on the color orange, and like I said, still a long way to go, still a lot of work to be done, and this Giants team, they're a really good team. What they're going to do is they're going to wait for fastballs they can try to hit home runs on. That is their MO. They play quality defense, but the Dodgers, they showed what they're able to do tonight. You saw defensively some of the plays they made, and I thought that was kind of one of the big takeaways from this one too. I mean, you looked at, I think that was really the best inning I've seen from top to bottom. When you talk about the Dodgers, when they were able to have those big plays. 1 second here, guys. Lost my comment. But yeah, here goes back. Let's go back into the comment section here, guys. All right. Doug, do you get a VIP yet, like John Boy? Not quite yet, man. I'm hoping to get that VIP service some point. Pop bottles. Or Boston. Who do you guys think is coming out of the AL? But let's say, how would you guys feel about Julio Urias? How would you grade his start? I would grade Julio definitely I would say an A-. An A- for Julio Urias. I thought he went out there, did a nice job, executed pitches, and I thought what he did really nicely today was he went out there and you saw him use that changeup, use that slurve. He was locating his fastball, and And also, he got that big hit. So that's also massive. Tonight, though, not even tons of swing and miss. I mean, 7 swings and misses on the night, but he was inducing that soft contact. And the punch-outs that he did get, they came in big spots, and a lot of them came in situations that ended the innings. If you look at we jump ahead to, let's look at bottom. Well, actually, let's do a couple here, a couple more takes, guys. Give me your predictions at this point. Will the Dodgers take this in 4? I want your takes. We got A for sure. Julio, A- from Craig Osterberg. That's what I said, and I agree with you on that one. You see the box score and you don't see the length, but there was a lot of tension early on this one. They were going toe-to-toe, him and Kevin Gausman. I thought I was really impressed by him when he didn't let that affect him in the bottom of the second inning. On the 3-2 count, he walks Flores on that curveball that clearly touched the bottom of the zone. It should have been a strikeout in the first out of the inning, and it was a pitcher's pitch. He executed well. Flores got the call. To me, it clearly caught a piece of the zone. It puts the leadoff runner on them, and then the next guy, he bangs a sinker, and that was Brandon Crawford. He bangs that single, and that was the first, and going back to that was the first walk he had issued up in San Francisco in 18 1/3 innings pitched this year. So that was a rarity to see because he's pitched so well up in the Bay. But we got a 10 from Tina G-Man, Dodgers in 4. We got NL Cy Young for Julio this season. We ain't going back to San Francisco. Dodgers in 4. That's from Nemesis 2 all over on YouTube. Julio RBI. Julio RBI goes to Got Us Going. That's from Raul. We got Sharon in A. We got Dodgers in 4 from Adam Park. We got Kyle. I think the Dodgers should try Albert Pujols in left field. Kyle's having fun. World Series from Ryan Macias. Yeah, like I've said for months now, that if you make it out of the NLDS, the Dodgers will win the World Series. That I've held true to that, and I said whoever wins this series will win the World Series because, in my opinion, these are the 2 best teams in Major League Baseball. You got talent around the league, there's no question about it, but you have the depth, you have the winning formula that the Giants got from a team. I think they're called the Los Angeles Dodgers. I think Farhan Zaidi took the Dodgers formula, their approach at the plate, not expanding the strike zone, not chasing, hitting home runs, playing solid defense, adding depth to the bullpen. That is what this Giants team has done this year. And to me, the reason I feel confident about that is because today you saw talent wins. The Dodgers have the most talent. Sometimes things are complicated to explain. Sometimes they're very simple. But tonight, I think one of the big differences with yesterday's game was this lineup felt long again. And the reason for that is A.J. Pollock, he goes 2 for 3. He had a strikeout and a walk. And look, I could not be any happier for A.J. Pollock. Heading into today, he had been 9 for 60, batting 150 with a 35% strikeout rate in his Dodgers postseason career. I've been saying he's got to have that signature postseason moment. And I think tonight was a major, major step in the right direction. He just looked lost at the plate for the wild card game and then game 1 of this, and all of a sudden it's A.J. Pollock again. And you wanted to see that. We knew that's in Pollo, and it was definitely a big night for him, something for him to build on. And like I said, I could not be any happier that he got it done tonight. And look, I mean, a 4-1 game is nice, but to add those 2 runs, then it becomes a 6-1 game, and you feel good with the way this bullpen has pitched of late. We'll talk about the bullpen in just a second, but let's keep going hard on these. What do you guys think? Was it me or did that Giants crowd just really was not impressive? I mean, it almost felt like it was like a big, it didn't feel, considering the hype of this series, the first time that these 2 franchises have ever met. They've been around 138 years. All of the postseason appearances. This is the first time. It really felt just like a big regular season series based on how the Giants fans were acting, not the NLDS for the first time in postseason history. I just have to admit, I just wasn't impressed. I just like to keep it real. Wood is good, but beatable. Dodgers were better than Angel Hernandez and the Giants. Hey, Angel Hernandez, like I said, he had that missed call there on Julio. He also, the one on Ruff looking there in the first inning, that was clearly off the plate, and Julio got the call. So, look, you win some, you lose some. And then yesterday, I for some reason, I rewatched the entire game after the post-game show because I'm a freak. And you notice all night, I mean, Trey Turner, he was off the plate. It was kind of deflating, I think, last night to see Torres' calls, Carlos Torres behind the plate. It's a little deflating for this Dodgers offense, and I'm not blaming that. I mean, look, the Dodgers couldn't hit. Last night, Logan Webb was outstanding. I think that even if you had fair umpiring, they probably would have lost last night with the way they were swinging the bats. But It was a little deflating, and you saw some missed calls, especially on that Will Smith at-bat there late, but I'm feeling good. Here we go. We got Alex Wood. Is that a typo? Hey, Alex Wood. He will be going for the San Francisco Giants. They haven't announced it yet. They've been cagey with their information. They always are with their lineup and their starting pitchers, but that is the guy that is most likely going to go for the Giants, unless I missed something. They've already announced it. But yeah, Alex Wood, if you remember, Alex Wood against the Dodgers. So it gets 2 starts against LA this year. The first one back in July, he gave up 3 runs on 6 hits and a walk. And if you remember, he ended up giving up that home run to Chris Taylor. So Chris Taylor, he hit a bomb off of him. So I'm not afraid of Alex Wood. And I love Alex Wood, but hey, Woody, you don't have a friend in me if you're playing for the San Francisco Giants. And I think the Dodgers, they're going to eat him alive if he's on the mound. I feel really good about that. D-Mac, another amazing performance by our bullpen. That's from Doom_Sal. It really was. The bullpen, they came out and they got the job done once again. Joe Kelly, he goes an inning. He gives up that 1 run. We'll get into that. I want to talk about that inning in a second here, but let me do some rapid fire with the comments. If you have any if you give any crazy bull predictions, any fire takes, that's what I'm looking for. Light this comment section up. But Alex Wood versus Max Scherzer. Does anyone else feel like the TBS broadcasters are rooting for the Giants to win? Ryan Sherman. I'm really, I'm always looking for stuff like that, and I don't really feel that way. I really don't. I mean, I think Brian Anderson does a great job. I think it's pretty cool how Brian Anderson has been a part of so many big moments for the Dodgers. The Justin Turner home run in Game 2, the NLCS off Lackey. Then you saw he was on the call with Chris Taylor's bomb in the wild card game. So he almost feels like kind of like the pseudo Dodgers, the de facto Dodgers early postseason broadcaster. I like him so much more than Joe Buck. I mean, that's not debate. I think Brian Anderson does a fantastic job. Does the Brewers, also works for TNT doing basketball. I'm a big fan of his, but I really don't feel that way. But I will say I could see that, though, because, look, the Dodgers are the big, bad Dodgers. They're the team that has the reputation for buying their team, so to speak, even though you and I know that's not true. And they also know, look, when you work in broadcasting, you sometimes just want more games. I mean, a lot of times guys want to see more compelling series because that garners ratings, that you get the ratings boost, and that helps everything from advertising to the bottom line. So if you're a broadcaster, you just want the most intriguing storylines, and for them to have the Dodgers win tonight, that makes it where it's a split in the likelihood of a shorter series. So I think that's another thing to consider. But here we go. Chris Taylor stays clutch under pressure. I'm telling you, he's clutch Taylor, especially in the postseason. Look, in 2017, it was just great to see. It was just really cool, really great to see him back in center field, where he got the job done for the Dodgers in 2017. And tonight you saw him make a nice play. There's a lot of, look, that is a cavernous outfield, especially in right center. It's very tricky. That's why, obviously, it's not good that Gavin Lux got injured. That's terrible. But I think the way things worked out, if they had a tough decision to make to continue to have Gavin Lux in the outfield, it could have gone tricky. It could have been some moments there where you need experience. You need to play in that ballpark, especially at Oracle. And I thought it was just great. First of all, seeing him back in that lineup once again and playing in center field. And like I said, this is a guy in 2017. He played a little bit at short, of course, in the NLCS with Seager, and a little bit at second base. But it was mainly, I think, Culberson there at short filling in. But he mainly played at center field for that entire run. He had an 889 OPS with 3 home runs and 4 doubles. He is that guy, Chris Taylor. He looks, like I said, some players can handle it, some players can't in the postseason, and he definitely can. I hope Wilder got destroyed. Oh, he did? Wow. Interesting. Yeah, man. Did you guys want to see that trilogy? Giants suck. Joe Davis needs to be on Game 3. Jared Myers. Yeah, man. I would love to see Joe Davis. I've been enjoying him in the Red Sox series. We got I like Nikhil, the Giants troll. He's just in lower caps now, just doing Dodgers suck. To me, that just seems like you're just sad at that point. I'm thinking of like you being Eeyore and you just be like, Dodgers suck. It's not like I mean, you're probably crying and your tears. Let me take. I'm going to sip your tears right here. I'm going to take a big swig of your tears. Oh man, that just quenched my thirst with your tears. I mean, you got blown out at home after working so hard for 107 wins to have that home field advantage. But hey, keep trolling, do your thing, man. Do you, my man? You're welcome. You are welcome to be here. Here we go. Dodgers better bring CT3 back after next season. Pujols. I think you got to stick with Cody Bellinger has been. I know it's only been 3 games, but you have to say at this point, Cody Bellinger has been one of the Dodgers' best players this postseason. If you look what he did in Game 1, reached base 3 times, had the 2 walks, had the single, stole second, and he gets that walk with 2 outs. And if he doesn't draw that walk, we don't have Chris Taylor hitting that home run. And then tonight, like I said, it feels like it was a blowout. And it definitely was if you look at the end, but that game was tight. It could have gone either way, and he gets that big 2-run double there in the 6th inning that proved to be massive because the Dodgers just kind of ran away with it after that. But here we go. Thanks, Mariners. Everyone, can I get a thank you to the Seattle Mariners in the comment section for Chris Armand Taylor Jr.? The man has never done anything wrong in his entire life. But here we go. Paul Vaughn. Cody has been pretty good. Cody clutch tonight. Here we go. You want to wait, was that Joe Davis brings life to the game, unlike the TBS guys. You want the bar across the street, Giants fans. I still believe in Cody. Yeah, we are belly evers. Giants fans, quiet, no price. I thought that he would get the mop up duty, but look, the guys out there need to do work. I was really impressed with Brusdar Graterol, who's been making light work of his appearances in the postseason. But let's do some more comments, and we'll keep getting into this game. Thanks, Mariner. Thank you, Ems. This is why you don't panic. Julio's the man. Thank you, Seattle. Thank you, Mariners. Plot twist, Cody wins World Series MVP. Wow, that is the spicy lava hot takes that I'm looking for. Cody wins the MVP. That would be something special. That'd be a massive, massive turnaround. And I think that this clean slate just helps him tremendously. To not have to look at his statistics and see his batting average slip down to 159 and have him be, the second worst WRC plus in the league behind Jackie Bradley with players with a minimum of 300 plate appearances. And this fresh start, the fresh buzz cut, it's all helped him out. And look, anytime, we have proof now. Next time a guy grows their hair out and he refuses to cut it, we have proof. We say, look at Cody Bellinger in 2021. He was having one of the worst seasons in recent memory for a former MVP. He buzzed his hair, and slowly but surely things started to turn around for him, and it was just such a big at-bat there. Here we go. We got at DMAC, Mr. Cat. What's up, man? Giants fans are mad, but Mad Max will be madder. Go Dodgers. I love that from you, Francisco Acuna, over on YouTube. I see a pattern from Jenny Vega. Thank you, Mariners. Canable too. Yeah, thank you, Brewers. Wouldn't that be an interesting story if he had some big moments against the Brewers team that is now in a dogfight with the Braves, tied at 1 apiece, who non-tendered him. Dodgers took full advantage, and man, was he filthy in his appearance. But into this comment section, Cody Urias are the players of the game. I agree. Giants winter vacation begins Wednesday. Ed Williamson. Now we're confident. We're confident, and I'm going to do everything I can to try to get us not to go from confident to cocky, because it's kind of tough after dominating performance like that. But we all know that if you drop Game 3, and at any time you got to look. Giants now, they're on a mission. They're on a mission to come down to L.A. and get their own split and take this back to Game 5 at Oracle to get the ball to Logan Webb's hand. That is their goal, and it's not going to be easy for the Dodgers. The Dodgers have a lot of work ahead. You got to like your chances with Mad Max. Question is the options for Game 4. So who goes out there? Do they go with Gonsolin? I mean, Buehler can come in later, possibly give you some innings. I mean, there's some options they could do. David Price is not an option. I saw you guys asking me that. He's more of a guy. .com. My man, who's that? PRFL. You guys are awesome, man. By the way, be sure to got all kinds of new gear over at gearup.la. Definitely go get merched up. It's going to be a World Series run, man. I'm telling you, this team is primed and ready for a World Series run. And you're going to want to get the best merch in the game, and that is at gearup.la. So be sure to go get merched up. Go to www.gearup.la. We got a sale going on right now. You got a Teal Albert shirt, all kinds of fire gear. Go get your Dodgers Nation drip over at gearup.la. You guys like my little commercial there? Kike and Alex are on fire. Yeah, they really are, especially Kike Hernandez. I mean, he's been outstanding since the break. But let's get back into this game. We got some innings we want to touch on, and let's start from the very top. So, top of the first inning, Mookie Betts, he draws a leadoff walk. Corey Seager, he strikes out on a splitter. And then Mookie, he steals second. So a real awkward slide by Mookie Betts there to kind of get under that tag, but he steals second. And then on a 1-0 count, Trey Turner, he softly pops one out, pops one up, and flies out to shallow right field. And, yeah, it was the worst at-bat, but it was a quick at-bat, and that's why I was nervous. And then Justin Turner, he lines to left on the second pitch of his at-bat. So early on, I was saying, look, let's be patient. Let's work this count. Let's grind a little bit. And you had Trey Turner, second pitch, flies to right. Justin Turner, second pitch, he flies to left. And they couldn't take advantage of that leadoff walk by Mookie Betts, who's played very well. We're not even talking about him yet. And I think we're just so used to him being outstanding that we don't give him the credit he deserves. But he was great, too. How do I feel about Scherzer lately? I think that Scherzer, he has had the command issues. There's no question about it. He hasn't had the feel for that slider, for that cutter, for that changeup. The velocity is fine. To me, it's just about finding a way to execute pitches and find a way to get to the bottom of mechanically what's forcing him to not have the feel for his secondary pitches. But you really sleep well at night knowing that it's a guy named Max Scherzer dealing with these kind of problems, right? Because Max Scherzer is a guy that's a 3-time Cy Young Award winner that could definitely be a 4-time Cy Young Award winner before this year is over. And you know he's going to put in the work. You know he's going to work with the coaches, with the pitching staff, and everyone to find out how to get him back to being that dominant starter that he has been since the Dodgers traded for him. He has had a 1.98 ERA since he's been in Dodger Blue. And I think when it comes to Scherzer, the thing you want to look for in the next game, too, was, look, I mean, that was a tight one, man. That was a single elimination game. And when he's on the bump, it's not going to be the Dodgers won't be in a single elimination game, right? It'll be more of a front-running situation. I think that'll take some pressure off Scherzer. He won't be as tight early on, and I think he'll find the zone better than he has been and find a way to start to miss more bats and be more dominant on the mound. So at this point, I'm not overly concerned. Has he had 3 straight subpar starts? The answer would be yes, but the most important thing is the Dodgers, they have not lost in his starts this year. So that to me is what means most, 12-0. So you got to love that. But here we go. There's plenty of Raiders and Giants fans. Let's go. That's from Ray F. over on YouTube. Chavez Ravine is going to be loud and proud. They most certainly are. It's going to be great, man. Who's out there going to the game? By the way, did you guys going into this game, be honest, did you feel like you're going to win this one? Did you feel like, were you confident heading into this one? Me, I really did. I felt like this team, Dave Roberts said before the game, they were going to treat this like it was a do or die, and I definitely felt like this was a do or die game. By the way, here we go. Rams, Dodgers, come on out. True LA, come back. Graybeard, don't be sad. Yeah, where's Graybeard, man? He was talking. Oh, man, he was getting mean. He was getting mean out in the comment section, but it's all love, man. 9-2, Papa. Shout out to Roberts management, Ed Williamson. I thought Dave Roberts, the offense just picked it up. And the offense picked it up. You saw the adjustments were made, and the adjustment was bring back that play discipline. And you saw, what I was really impressed today, too, was you saw so many big hits on sliders, on splitters. Mookie Betts' RBI single there in the top of the second. That was on, top of the second. That was on a split. Let's break down that inning. So, top of the second, Will Smith. By the way, is Will Smith the king of just hitting rocket shots right into gloves or what? He hits one 110 miles per hour off the bat to lead off the second inning, a 770 expected batting average, and it goes right into Brandon Crawford's glove. You could tell it was stinging because Crawford kind of turned a little bit. Didn't want to, show he was on the camera. It looked like it stung a little bit. And then on a 1-0 pitch, Chris Taylor, he doubles to left, and that really set the tone for the Dodgers in that inning to see him pick up where he left off. He goes from walk-off home run to first at-bat on a 1-0 pitch. He doubles to left, and off Gausman, and that was important. Getting to Gausman, getting some runs off Gausman was one of the big keys in this game, and you saw him him able to do that. So we got guys, lost my comment. But yeah, to see him get that double, was a fastball right inside on the lower half and low and inside, and he was able just to crank it. And that was one of the, it's one of the patented Chris Taylor hits right there. And then following that, we got. And then then Cody Bellinger, he strikes out on a splitter at the bottom of the zone. He was chasing, so it was a bad at bat for Cody Bellinger there, and maybe got thrown off a little bit. But did you guys see Buster Posey on that when he does a little pop up there? It was almost like he was fearing that Cody Bellinger was communicating with Chris Taylor on second, that they was trying to see the location there. He pops up, and then it ends up being a splitter at the bottom of the zone. He swings and misses. So I thought that was pretty interesting, but a savvy move by Buster Posey. And then following that, they walked Pollock. So that was big by AJ to get that walk there, and he was intentionally walked. So he went up there. He's got all that swag. You could see they probably feared him a little bit. No, but he gets the intentional walk, and then it's Julio Urias, the very next batter. He comes up there, and he takes the ball, looks at his strike, and then a splitter. He low and away. He just rips that thing into left field, gives the Dodgers their first run of the night. That makes it 1-0 LA. Dodgers strike first blood, and like I said, they learned their lesson. Do not intentionally walk to get to Babe Urias. So that set the Dodgers up with runners on the corners. Turned over that lineup to get to Mookie Betts, and then Mookie Betts, he singles. Then Mookie Betts on a 1-0 count, he leaves a splitter that just stays in the middle of the plate, and Mookie Betts, he just rips that thing into left field. That scores Pollock, making it 2-0 Dodgers. And then Seager, he strikes out swinging on a splitter for the third out. But the Dodgers get 2 runs on 3 hits, the Taylor double, the intentional walk by the intentional walk to get to Urias, and then Urias, he hits that single. So that was big. The Dodgers, they go up. Let's get back into the comment section. By the way, do you guys feel that Urias, he's just that postseason guy at this point, right? I mean, how confident do you feel when he's on the mound? On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel when Urias is out there? To me, there's just such an ease with him. It just takes your stress away when he's out there. Yes, it's not like he went out there and pitched a perfect game, but you just feel like he's built for this moment. But Julio said, F the DH. I like that. He really did. He said, DH this, man. I'm going to get this knock. Pollock is a lock now. Yeah, I mean, hey, man, look, things can change. I like when you say something on Twitter or something, and, like, the opposite happens, and someone comes in like, oh, update. Oh, what was that? It's like, dude, what was said at the time could have been right, and you could also be right that things are different based on new information, right? I mean, things change, but oh, man, it's just hilarious to me. But here we go. We got Genie. Dodgers hit Chavez Ravine running with all his bleed blue fans have their back. Take the series in 4. Dodger Stadium loud and proud. Team spirit, teamwork. Send the crying Giants fans home to their snoracle. That's what I said earlier with the winter vacation on Wednesday. I like that. Genie over on Facebook. That is I feel you on that one, man. Definitely 100%. Urias is clutch. Siegel got his first RBI in the postseason. That was big. We got this year. This is on a scale of 1 to 10. How confident you feel with Julio Urias on the mound? I mean, this is 10s across the board here. Jonathan Mora 10. Paul Vaughn 10. Very confident. Jose Mata 10. Sicko Zams 10. Trent over on YouTube 10. Alvarado 10. Ed Williamson sending tacos and Modella up to Alcatraz from Ed Williamson. Hey, send it my way up to Santa Monica, please. George C 10. Ryan Macias 10. Playoff Julio. It is a thing. Trust me. Since last year. Paul Vaughn 10. Melva 10. Tyson Fury wins the fight. I like when you guys hook me up with these updates that I'm actually interested in because I'm doing this as a live show. You guys are some real ones. 9 to 10 from Alex Freed. Julio has got ice in his veins. He does. That's why I always say the Uri Ace has Uri ice in his veins because he can handle situations like this. But Julio 11 from Yar over on Facebook. Yar Porras. We got Julio greater than sign Otani. Interesting. Yeah. I think that I would rank it I would probably go. First, you got to go Justin Turner. I mean, pretty simple. Justin Turner at 1 because look, Ohtani. If you look at his career ERA, it's not 0. I'll tell you that much, and that's what Justin Turner's is. Okay, Julio, Ohtani, Dodger Stadium North, Puig, Julio for MVP. Julio is better than Ohtani as a pitcher, but not as a hitter. Yeah, I'm just messing around. Keith Evan, $4.99. Asada and beer money. Thanks, Doug. You the man, Keith Evan. You know how I get down. Asada fries with some beer. That's how I end every show. And the rest, if you guys hook it up, goes to Max Scherzer's contract in the offseason. TBS Crew was talking about the DH as well. 10 for Urias, Mr. Clutch. Julio gives me peace. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, you just feel safe out there. He's like having a nice cozy blanket, right? You know, you just feel nice and safe and sure of everything. But Urias didn't have his best stuff and still played really well. I feel a 9 confidence with him. Yeah, I mean, when you look at his outing today, I think the thing that really stands out is, look, he didn't miss very many bats, but he was able to induce that soft contact. He was falling behind hitters. He was 10 for 19 on first pitch strikes, but some of his punch outs came in big situations. So let's jump to the bottom of the third inning. So a big sequence. So he falls. So I thought this was really a key sequence early on in this game. So bottom of the third inning, he falls behind Ruff, 3-1 in the count to start the bottom of the third. He was missing with the heater. He missed high. He missed inside. And then he gets the foul ball on a changeup, then a foul on a fastball, and then he gets some swing at a fastball to get the punch out. So he comes back to get Ruff. You don't want to have that leadoff walk again, especially early on when the Dodgers are clinging to that 2-1 lead. And then the first pitch changeup to get Bryant. He gets him to ground to third for the second out, and then he gets Slater to pop out on 2 pitches. So a 1-2-3 clean inning right there on just 10 pitches for Julio. I thought that was massive because first couple innings, you had the pitch count going up over 20 in the first inning, I believe it was, and to get that low number there, I thought was really big late. I mean, the early on, yeah, I mean, it was kind of going up there, but he ends up just battling out there. But tonight he was a 10 for sure. Go Dodgers, go Rams. Dodgers winning 4. Justin Turner, Julio Urias is becoming the next Fernando Valenzuela. What fight, no contest. Wow, was that bad, huh? Small ball is just as good as home runs. That's from Jimmy Denson. Trey needs to wake up. Hey, man, I think Trey, defensively, he put his stamp on the game, and you saw that big double to start the 6th inning. If he doesn't crank that double, it's still a 2-1 game at that point. It's very tight. So sometimes it's not, I'd be hooking it up with a dub there. That's what I'm talking about, man. Give me a dub when the Dodgers get a dub. You're the man. He shuts it down every time. Let's pound the Giants with their own wood. I like that. Asada fries and Pepsi. Hey, man, Pepsi goes hard. I'll do the Pepsi challenge. Julio is Fernando. Walker is Oral. Interesting. The Beal Dog, like my man Clint Pasillas calls him, and Julio Urias, the Julio Mania, I guess. I'll have to think of something. Juan Soto to L.A. Yeah, man, what do you guys think about that the other night? But, yeah, so then we go to the top of the 4th inning. Actually, let's jump to the bottom of the 4th. So the bottom of the 4th inning, Buster Posey, he cranks a double to right on a changeup. So leads off that inning with a double to right on that changeup, and you saw Mookie Betts was kind of turned around on that play. It looked like he thought it was going. He didn't realize it was going to go as deep as it did, so it was turned around a little bit. It just carried on him, and then Buster Posey, he's had a lot of success against Urias, was 10 for 20 with 4 doubles after that at bat, and then Flores, he lined out to center field. He barreled it. But it was a nice jump by Chris Taylor there out in center field. So you saw that by Chris Taylor, a nice jump on that ball. He scorched it off the bat, but he was there to make the play. And Chris Taylor looked so comfortable in center field. That was, to me, one of the big things that stuck out too was, yes, he has experience in center field. He has tons of experience, but to go in there in game 2 and not miss a beat, he's just such a natural at so many positions, so dynamic. LA beat the Giants, Raiders, and Giants suck. Trey surpassed me on the defensive side. Julio for game 4 if we win game 3. Belly almost grand slam today. Just missed it. That would have been a belly slam, man. How great would that be? Vin Scully going to bed smiling tonight from Tina G, man. Yeah, man. My man Vinny. Love D-Mac. Thanks, Jenny. A-Goat. Hey, Doug, I'm calling it. Kershaw will come in from the bullpen game 7 of the World Series one last time and then retire. Go. So that is what this show is all about. The hottest, spiciest, wildest, lava hot takes right there. And I'm feeling that one. I think it's more likely that he'll be ready to go by spring training next year, but I would love to see that. It sounds like a little fantasy right there. It would be great, but I think that'd be a tough situation to put Kershaw in, especially after what we saw in Game 5 of the 2019 NLDS. Do you really want to put him in that situation? Maybe if the Dodgers have a very comfortable lead, that would be great, especially if it was against the Houston Astros. Man, how delicious would that be? Don Kim, what up, my man? Let's go. We got Giants in 4, Raiders for life. See, I respect that. Just a Giants fan in here just saying Giants in 4. I have no issue with that. That's your team. Why would you say anything other than Giants in 4, right? But some of these other guys have been kind of ridiculous. But it's all good, too, guys. We're not afraid of any smack talk. It's nothing we can't handle out here. Trust me. Yeah. I be stroking. Yeah. Love listening to you, Doug. Thank you, Annette, over on YouTube. Appreciate that. And, yeah, thanks to the rest of you guys for killing in the comments today. Gotta wear my 88 right field Kirk Gibson shirt. There's a really cool Kirk Gibson shirt at gearup.la right now that has a scoreboard. Raider Nation all day. The Raiders. I started to swell up after that belly double. Mike Jones, who? Mike Jones, who? Back in the day, no, but yeah, it was a great moment. It was a great moment. You could tell right off the bat that it was either gonna go out or be off the wall. He hit it very well. He put a great swing on it. But here, let's go back to that fourth inning. So he gets Flores to line out, then he gets Crawford. So this is back to the fourth inning. So Buster Posey cranks that double. Flores lines to center field, and then he gets Crawford to pop up for the second out. And that was so massive. Brandon Crawford this year, 5th in all of Major League Baseball with runners in scoring position at 353. So a big out right there. And that put Longoria at the plate with 2 outs and Posey at second. And then on a 3-2 count to Longoria, he gets him to fly out to end the inning. So that was one of the themes tonight, too, is you saw Julio Urias win those battles on 3-2 counts. You saw with Ruff early in the game. You saw in that at-bat there with Longoria. And that was big, and that really helped him escape some of these innings. And he had traffic on the base pass. If you look tonight, he definitely he was pitching. You know, he pitched around. Right in that inning right there, he pitched around that leadoff double there by Posey. And in total tonight, they end up going 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position due to the Giants. Longoria was 0 for 3. Posey was 0 for 1. Crawford was 1 for 2. And Flores was 0 for 2. And they left 5 men on base. The Dodgers last night, they were 0 for 5 with the runners in scoring position. Well, tonight, it was a different story. They go 6 for 15 with runners in scoring position. You got the home run by Will Smith. You got a double by Pollock, a double by Taylor, a double by Trey Turner, and the big double by Bellinger that really helped the Dodgers break this thing wide open. AC, bring the Micheladas. Yeah, I mean, you guys trying to have an after party. The after party is right here on the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel and wherever you're watching us from. But be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to hit that like button. And, yeah, we'll be rocking with you guys all postseason long. And also, before the game starts, rock with the pregame show with my man, Mr. Brooks Smith and Mr. Clint Pasillas, the senior editors here at Dodgers Nation. Definitely want to get hyped, and they'll get you all ready for the action. So definitely check that out, and you're seeing the same way on YouTube, Facebook, the same way you're watching us right now. But what happened to the Bubbles machine? Bring it back for home games. The Bubbles machine has been replaced with T.O. Albert hugs. That's just how it goes down. But, yeah, Major League Baseball, they were hating on that. It would be great to see it back. But here we go. That's Julio. We got Uchi Wally Wally, Uchi Bang Bang. Hey, shout out to Nas. Cody B is a must-start from here on out. He brings energy to the lineup. Do you guys agree with that statement from Lift 722? Do you consider a Cody Bellinger a must-start? Now, I consider Chris Taylor an absolute must-start from here on out, whether that be in center or left field. But Cody Bellinger, it's heading in that direction. I mean, as great as tonight was, if you can continue to put some, because he's had some pretty bad at-bats, even in this game yesterday as well. But when you look at the results, the big double in this game, maybe the big double tonight to get those 2 runs, his first multi-RBI game since August 22nd, and then you saw what he did in the wild card game. You really have to say that he has had a huge impact on this run. He has had just about as big of an impact as anyone on this team. this postseason. I know we're only 3 games in, but, I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. So you don't want to take a guy out that is producing. And, look, I mean, if he's continuing to gain confidence, and when Cody gets confident and you saw his swing, it's just a more simplified, relaxed approach. You see that bat path staying through the zone more, the feet, the head, just his head's not going all over the place. I mean, maybe it's because the hair is not all up in his eyes or something. So I like what I'm seeing from Cody Bellinger. I do think there are times when he goes up there and he's just looking to go yard. But tonight, I mean, what can you say? He got that big double there in a big spot, and I think that he's gaining more confidence, and he's looking at he's not looking at that dreaded season that he's had. That wears on you, man. It really does. It really does wear on you. But here we go. I'm a Bellinger baseball card collector, so I can't comment on this. Okay, so you want those values to step up. I respect that, man. Belly, not yet. So here you go. Both Taylor and Cody extend Turner. Talking about trade Turner, 100% Raiders for life. Doug, are we going to Game 5 if necessary? From Trent Thomas. Look, I mean, you talk about me and you. You're a stranger, but you're really not since you're on the show. I mean, we're pretty much instant friends, instant homies. Let's rock, man. I hope it doesn't come to that, but let's rock. We'll find a way to do the show from up there, man. It'd be sick. But I feel here's Craig Osterberg. I like Craig Osterberg's idea. Let's clinch it on Taco Tuesday. That would be great. If that's the case, man, I'll be eating tacos live on this show. Bellinger Bell, San Fran is in Cali. Tina, Chris Taylor is an absolute must-start. That's from Diana Schroeder over on YouTube. For the postseason, yes, Belly is a must-start. So let's jump ahead. So, yeah, top of the 5th, nothing doing for the Dodgers, a 1-2-3 inning. Gosman actually retired 10 in a row since Mookie's single in the 2nd. So, look, Kevin Gosman, You knew that I thought they were gonna get to him they were gonna continue to have success against Gosman, and they get those 2 runs. But look, I mean, in his last 5 games, the opponents were hitting .298 against him, so he was giving up the hits. The ERA was close to 5. Second half of the season, you know the woes he's had. You know I call him Kevin Guzman because the first half, or before the first half when he was using that sticky stuff, hasn't been the same guy. But look, got to give him credit. He still gave them a chance to win tonight. He gave those 2 runs, and at that point, top of the 5th, Gosman retired 10 in a row since Mookie's single in the 2nd. So jump into the bottom of, and a nice inning there in the bottom of the 5th for Julio. He gets Solano to fly to left. He strikes out Gosman, and then he gets Ruff to foul out. So he was getting it done, a clean 1-2-3 inning. Look, everything in moderation except clean innings for my pitchers. That's what I like to see. And then we head to that top of the 6th. And we're going to jump into that right now. But first, let's get some more of your guys' comments. You guys are bringing the heat tonight. I like that one. I forgot. I think it was from Gary A. Gary A's wild prediction is that Clayton Kershaw is going to be back, and he's going to get the Game 7, the final out, I guess, of Game 7 of the World Series. So 1 second here, guys. Let me pull up your comments. There we go. We got Chupapi Muñano Julian over on YouTube. Knowing Roberts, he'll bench CT3. That will not be the case. I mean, it would not sit well with Dodger fans in the audience. But we got Isaac. Hey, Doug, did you see Belly practicing his swing in the dugout? I like how you spelled dugout. I respect that. I see what you did right there with El Poro. That was nice to see. I did see that, and I think that it shows you, man, this guy has been grinding. He has been putting in that work, and you just cannot look. If these are the same results this whole season, and he hadn't broken his leg or had shoulder surgery, then yeah, maybe we could just say Cody Bellinger is going to be a bust. But that wasn't the case. A serious shoulder surgery. And a serious shoulder surgery that takes a while to get your strength back, get your rhythm back, and then you break your leg. And look, it was about him getting his power back, and I think that he was pressing to try to make up for the lost numbers, to try to pick up that average. And when you start to do that and you start to really chase kind of results, that's when I think you can start to get in trouble versus going up there each and every at-bat and just trying to find a way to get your pitches to hit, to try to attack pitches that you know you can drive. And I think you're starting to see that with Bellinger. You still see the occasional bat at bat. We saw one tonight. We saw one yesterday. But I do like the progress that he's made. And look, I mean, progress, is not always linear. I mean, you go ups and downs. smiles and frowns, like Snoop Dogg said. So JT had almost 2 home runs. Yeah, Justin Turner, he almost had some. He almost got a couple today. Mike M. D-Mac, are you excited? You know how I get down. Look, I've been called a human hype machine before. I'm always excited, but tonight I'm especially excited because the Dodgers, they went up there, and you guys are happy. You guys are enjoying your night. I got an update on, I guess, what is it? Who won the fight tonight? Fury or Wilder? I'm confused at this point. But Ed Williamson, how about the Dodgers' arrogance? Any food recommendations since I'm going to Dodger Stadium on Game 4? Man, just crush at the stadium, really. I mean, we got Muncie's return. I don't know if I should sponsor people, throw out some advertising for people that don't pay us. But Lynn M, LFG, Lynn, where's my pun at? Come on now. But let's jump to that top of the 6th inning. And this was the key inning. Good night, Danny Cortez. Good night, Dodgers fam. Great win today. Dodgers will hit Alex Wood. Yang Yi, Dodgers roster versus Alex Wood is, here we go. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Doing my homework for me, Yang Yi. Dodgers roster versus Alex Wood. 276. Slashing 276, 343, 563 with a 906 OPS. Yeah, come on, man. We're going to be the snake in Woody's boots, if you know what I'm saying. The Dodgers will get to Alex Wood, and they're going to bring the wood against Woody, and I'm very confident in that. Props to Julio. Dodger dogs are trash. That's from AC. Moose 1032. Belly has been coming through with men on. Steven, you can't go wrong with 2 grilled Dodger dogs and a hazy IPA. Yeah, I second that. Giants suck. Giants pack loud. Smoke. Fury. Okay, thank you very much, Jimmy Denson. We got series 1-1. The Morrison pregame. That's good times. Fury won the fight. Knockout. Anthony King coming with the facts. But let's jump into that top of the 6th. So a leadoff double by Trey Turner. His first hit of the series. His first extra base hit of the series, and then Turner, he strikes out on a splitter, bottom of the zone. It was Gausman's 7th punch out of the night, and that was the first out of the inning there in the 6th. And then Will Smith, he gives the Dodgers runners on first and second with a walk, and then in comes Leone to pitch to Chris Taylor with runners on first and second, and this was a great at-bat by Chris Taylor. It was a great take on the first pitch. He laid off a ball on the outside, and that is where you saw the adjustments tonight. Last night, they would have offered it that. Last night, it might even been called a strike by Carlos Torres, but he lays off it, and then he takes a cutter way outside for ball 2. Then he fouls off a fastball. That makes the count 2-1, and then he fouls off a slider to even the count at 2-2, and then he takes ball 3 away and ball 4 high inside to draw the walk. So a fantastic at-bat from Chris Taylor. When you think of that situation, the Dodgers up 2-1. You already had a double earlier in that game. To go up there and stay patient and lay off some of these pitches, especially when Leon's coming in the game, you make that guy go out there and throw strikes. That is what Chris Taylor did. A fantastic at-bat, and that loaded the bases. And then on the first pitch from Leone, Belly cranks a double off the wall in deep center. That scored Turner and Will Smith, making it 4-1 Dodgers. So just a fastball up, and he went with it, and he put a great swing on it. It was his first multi-hit RBI game since August 22nd. I just love the approach up there. Going up there, you see the fastball, and if you identify it, look, you got it. Sometimes you have to be aggressive. Sometimes you have to take pitches. Well, with the bases loaded in that situation, you're going to see strikes. And Leone is going to try to throw you a fastball. Bellinger knew it. He took off on it. He hits it for a double. Almost went as a grand slam, and that was big time. Then also aggressive, A.J. Pollock. First pitch from Leone. He cranks a slider first pitch. And that scores Bellinger and Taylor, making it 6-1 Dodgers. And then Lux, he grounded to second. Pollock advanced to third. And then Mookie Betts, he flied out to end the inning. So L.A. gets 4 runs on 3 hits. And then jump into the bottom of the 6th. I think this was the key inning because Joe Kelly comes in there for L.A. Urias is done. And he gets Bryant to pop to second, and then he walks Wade on 4 pitches. So he lost his command there for a second, and then Buster Posey, he singled to center, and then with the way they can hit home runs, the prodigious power, first in the National League with 241 bombs, first in the league with most runs generated via the home run ball. Hey, if he goes deep there, all of a sudden, we're looking at a 6-4 game, right? Well, he gets then with runners on first and second, Flores grounds into a fielder's choice to second on a Trey Mendez diving stop. flip by Trey Turner. So Trey Turner, he just kind of slides to it. He does that nice little flip. Corey Seager kind of had a second to step on the bag there, but he makes the play, and they get Posey at second, and that gave the Giants runners on the corners with 2 outs. And then Brandon Crawford, he singled to right. That scored Wade Jr., making it 6-2 Dodgers, but Mookie makes a fantastic throw to gun down Flores at third. Here is a PSA. Here is your warning. Do not run on Marcus Lynn Betts. He had him dead to rights. He gets Flores, and I think Flores might have cried like he did when he got the ovation from the Mets. I didn't see it, but I think he might have. But here we go. But so that was that was the big inning. Dodgers, they get 4 runs in the top half, and on the bottom half, they limit that damage to 1 run thanks to some great defensive plays, first by Trey Turner and then by Mookie Betts. So, hey, national media, this Dodgers team, they can play some D too. They can get nice with the glove, and Mookie Betts, it was reminiscent of that throw earlier in the year when he gunned him down at the plate against the Pirates. And how about when he got Marte a few seasons ago on the road in Arizona? It was shades of that as well. But D-Mac, should the Dodgers target Carlos Correa in the offseason? Trey Turner is my father from YouTube. I just threw up a little bit in my mouth. But look, Carlos Correa is a great player. He's had a great year. And the answer is no, you're not going to do that, because priority is to bring back Corey Seager first and foremost, and also you have Trey Turner, who has another year on his contract before he hits free agency. So really, even if the Dodgers love Carlos Correa, it doesn't make too much sense for them, and I don't think that would sit well for the majority of the Dodgers fan base. And the Dodgers, they don't want to alienate their fan base, but got to give Carlos Correa a lot of credit, man. He really in the season where he was getting lowballed by the Houston Astros. And I think what did they offer him? 150? It's like 150 million, something like that. Man, he's had himself a great year. So, I know that sometimes, I think he had 131 OPS plus, somewhere in that range, 7.2 BWAR. So, he's had a great year. But yeah, I don't see him as a natural fit for the Dodgers for several different reasons. But PSA: Giants tears prevent forest fires. Ed Williamson, I actually have a bottle right here. But Mookie is better at leadoff, no question about it. Hell no from that 2017 team. Yes or no, guys? Should the Dodgers go after Carlos Correa? D-Mac, keep the same lineup for Mike M. I think you definitely roll with this same lineup. Yeah, I think you definitely roll with this same lineup. You could, it depends. I mean, we'll see what they go with. I mean, if they do go with Alex Wood, I do think you could potentially see Albert Pujols starting at first base. We haven't even seen Pujols yet, so I think that has a possibility with the momentum that Bellinger has. I mean, I think that you want to probably keep him in there, but I could see that. No. Here's your. I'm interested to get your response on this. Correa, hell no. Get Juan Soto. Yeah, Juan Soto. Correa, barf emoji. Yeah, Soto loves L.A. Yeah, Juan Soto, man, that guy's a superstar, man. You could feel. Have you guys ever? I mean, I can't think of that many times. I mean, I know we saw Allen Iverson wearing the Kobe jersey to his game, but not too many examples of players wearing the jersey of your teammate. I mean, that was so supportive. Get you some friends to support you like Juan Soto supports Trey Turner. But 2017 Astros still suck. Alejandro says, hell no, F Correa. No from Ryan Montez. Yes, Pujols at first. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's definitely a possibility that I think will be under some serious consideration. Gary, I think he wants to be. Would you guys want to see Soto on the Dodgers? I mean, who would say no to that, right? I would definitely see that Soto shuffle all up in Chavez Ravine. But let's jump to the so that 6th inning was big. And then top of the 8th inning, Will Smith, he crushes a slider for a home run that made it 7-2 Dodgers. And then Taylor, he reached on an infield single to short. Belly struck out swinging. And then A.J. Pollock, he adds another hit. He singles to right for his 2nd hit of the night, his 3rd time reaching. He had the intentional walk and the 2 hits. And then on a 1-1 count to Beatty, he singled to left to make it 8-2 Dodgers on a slider. So they were hitting the off-speed stuff tonight. I was impressed by that. And then Corey Seager, he was one of the last Dodgers to join the party. He singled to center to score Pollock. That made it 9-2 LA, and the Dodgers get the big win. They got the series split. They have the momentum. And guess what? If they don't like the Oracle, which I think turned into the Snorkel, after the Dodgers took a big lead, they don't have to go back there. They just have to win 2 games at home on Monday and Tuesday, get it done, and advance to the NLCS. That is the plan. They're going to be focused. They're going to be ready to go. And I think Max Scherzer comes out and he deals on Tuesday. Let me know down below in the comment section how many innings and strikeouts do you think Max Scherzer will get on Tuesday. We got Soto all damn dizzy. I like that. All damn dizzy over on YouTube. Albert for first. Soto, yes, to Dodgers. Yeah, I think they'll definitely consider that. Let's see here. We got your mom is a free agent, right? That was a good one, man. Yeah, my mom is technically a free agent. You probably holler at her. D-Mac greater than sign the Giants. My man Ron Fig. Magic said Beatty made me a happy beat. Beatty made me happy today. It's from Augustine Choi. Yeah, it was great to see Beatty join the hit parade today and get a base knock because you want to keep him confident as well. I think a good role for Beatty coming off that bench as a lefty and giving you a guy that can go up there and give you a quality major league at bat, put his bat on the ball, and I think that is his role. I think that he really held it down at first base defensively. I was impressed by him. He actually exceeded my expectations defensively. Hit-wise, at bat-wise, wasn't able to string any hits together, and he did tonight, so that's definitely something. Look, you got to keep him warm, too. You got to keep Beatty warm. Doc says you got to keep guys relevant. I think keeping him relevant is knowing that he's going to get at-bat off the bench. But we're going to see Kershaw's moves 3 more times. I like that, Ernest D. Yeah, if you're seeing those, you know that it's good times. It's partying. It's champagne showers. It's your eyes stinging from that bubbly. But here we go. Oracle is small. They should play Little League Little League Series there. They actually moved those fences in. I mean, that was a very cavernous outfield out there. D-Mac, we stole some bases. LOL. Finally, yeah. I mean, Mookie in the first. I mean, I like that aggressive approach early on. I think that was definitely something that was a key to them. I think that they definitely emphasized that heading into today. That was a part of the game plan for the Dodgers to go out there, be aggressive on the base pass. Mookie Betts, look, he ain't as fast as Trey Turner, but he can still get it done. He got a great jump on that one, too, there early on after getting that walk. But here we go, winning franchise. He wants as well. He wants to come. Yes, Max will be dealing. Diane Schroeder, 7 innings. Is Max coming back? Daniel Cruz. I think there's a lot of factors in play there, but we'll have plenty of time to get into that. My gut tells me that, look, I think it's also premature to discuss whether or not he'll be coming back because I think the Dodgers, they want to see how he'll perform for them this postseason because let's say he has a rocky start on Tuesday, that puts him at 4 straight rocky starts, which I don't think will happen, but don't kid yourself. As much as the Dodgers want Max Scherzer, there is an evaluation process for the team as well, and they want to see if he can be a dominant postseason starter that's worth $25, $30, $35 million a year on a potentially 3 or 4 year deal. Look, John Heyman reported a few days ago that he wants to pitch into his 40s, so you're going to have to give him a 3-4 year deal. Get it back here. What up, what up, what up? Yo, 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 yo. You got me there? We need sound, brother. Yo, 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 yo. You blew the mic, D-Mac. Nope, not yet. D-Mac is speechless from. All right, cool. Closed captioning on. Giants fans hacker trying to sign. Yes, cool. We back, guys. I don't even know what happened there because everything was plugged in, and boom goes the dynamite. But yep, guys, Dodgers get the big win. Oh my goodness. We're at an hour and 15 minutes. I had no idea that this show had gone on this long tonight. That was probably it. That was probably the producer or something saying it's time to time my cats. Yeah, I'm watching Tony Gonsolin's Cats while he's up in San Francisco. So yeah, MH over on YouTube. My cat is playing with the cord underneath my desk. But yep, guys. Hey, best fans in the game. Thanks for rocking with us. D-Mac doing. I like this from Ms. Ram Martinez over on YouTube. D-Mac doing his best Oracle Stadium impression because I was being silent. I love that. You made my day with that one. But I be stroking. Peace out, my man. Appreciate you always, my man. Muncie needs to play Deborah Young. Hopefully the NLCS. Hopefully the World Series. If the Dodgers are able to advance, they can get him in. But a minute of silence for the Giants fans. Go Dodgers. D-Mac, it's going to be Scherzer. That's how Giants fans were tonight. Yeah, you guys are crushing it. Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about. No one talks smack better than you guys. So we kind of broke down Mookie's thoughts. I mean, I thought it was awesome because he was able to regain his footing after slipping a little bit, made that turn. It was very reminiscent of the play we saw against the Pittsburgh Pirates on the road. It was an early game. And, yeah, he was fantastic. But thanks again, guys. Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Mike M. Lynn M. We got Scherzer. Lynn M. That depends, really. We'll see how it goes. D-Mac to go. Thanks, Trey. But yeah, you guys are the best fans of the game. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. We'll be back Monday. Enjoy your Sunday. Be sure to check out the pregame show. Be sure to, with Mr. Clint Pusias and Mr. Brooks Smith, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel at youtube.com/DodgersNationTV. Get geared up at gearup.la. You can follow your boy at DMac_LA on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks a lot, Isaac. Thanks a lot, Cypress, Mike M, Abe. You guys are the best fans in the game. Dodger fans. Doesn't get any better than you guys. But thanks a lot, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Remember, nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and